before you can give the inheritance back to the orphan, would they have reached marriageable age? Must they reach marriageable age?
So what the ayah is saying, Etolaye, can you just shut the fuck up, please? No, host, mute Etolaye. No. We will restart the time. We will restart the time. What's your problem?
You are not interjecting. I want to tell you something.
We will restart the time. You're not going to get to speak. I will speak over you.
Etolaye, why are you doing this now? Etolaye, why are you doing this?
Restart our time. No. Nobody's waiting. No.
Don't tell me to wait, Etolaye. Don't tell me to wait. You are not supposed to interject them. Connect with Islam is doing a very good job. Let him be.
You are not hearing me.
Connect with Islam is doing a very good job. They are having an interaction and we can hear them.
Mute your mic, Etolaye. When you were having your own interaction, I muted.
Etolaye, don't interject them. Please, Connect with Islam is doing a good job.
I'm not talking about what they are talking about. I want to tell you
I promise you will speak over each other.
Light up your light. Drop this guy. Now you might credit for you. Drop him now.
Drop him.
Etolaye,
are you the owner of the host? Are you the host?
Etolaye, please. No matter what, you are supposed to be listening. We are all learning from both of them. Don't interject them. That was a simple rule.
So I just want to tell you something. I want to
you don't need to tell me anything. You can tell me after their interaction.
Interrupting you.
Go and open your own.
You can tell me after their interaction, please. I did not drop anybody from this box, and I'm not going to drop anybody.
Very childish. Are you the only person? Are you the only Muslim in the land? Are you the only fucking Muslim in the land? What's your problem?
Connect with Islam is doing a good job.
We kept on saying about these stupid Islamic people. Why? Why do you have to rule over every
Please now, Etolaye, what's all this now?
Why do you have to rule over every other person? Are you mad?
Please, Etolaye, I use Almighty Allah to beg you. Please, let's connect with Islam at this time.
Just talking like me. Shut up
already. We need to carry on. It's not your show. Shut it. Shut the fuck up. Pissing me off. He always does this. Every time I'm here, this is what Etolaye would do. Just shut up and let us speak.
Mami, Allah's wife. Egbe, carry on.
Connect with Islam.
Listen, we make them listen. They are mad.
Connect with Islam. Thank you, brother, for this interaction. I'm really enjoying both of you. So I'm going to restart your time now to 15 minutes.
Thank you. So, my sister, again, I am engaging in this discussion for the sake of truth. The question I'm asking again is this: at what point in time did that verse of the Quran say, return their property back to them?
You test their intelligence and they reach a marriageable age, you return back their inheritance. That's what the ayah says.
So marriageable age according to what?
You have to provide us the criteria.
Thank you. So what I use the verse to establish is that in Islam, there is marriageable age. So when the orphan reach that marriageable age, and you find sound judgment in them, release their property. That is how it is. Now, what is the marriageable age? I have quoted Quran chapter 6, verse 152, and Quran chapter 17, verse 34 to you. It says again about this particular orphan, when they reach the age of puberty. In that text, instead of using marriageable age, it's used at the age of puberty. So in Islam, puberty is the age and sound judgment is the age at which you are qualified to marry. If you do not attain that, you are regarded as a child. So when we talk about betrothal is different from consummation. I agree with you. Even if the child is 1 year old, she can be betrothed to somebody, but you are not qualified to consummate the marriage until they reach the age of puberty and sound judgment.
Okay, now, let me respond, sir. Let me respond quickly. Thank you. I'm going to try and keep calm. Now, what you are saying Islamically is very, very wrong. Number one, it goes against Quran 65 verse 4. Because if you're saying that starting...
Sorry, can you repeat? You are breaking.
Now, okay. What you have just said Islamically is incorrect. According to the Quran, according to the Imams, Maliki, Shafi, Hanbali, and Hanafi, because I have all the evidence here. Now, you said that the girl must reach puberty. But in this particular ayah, it says, Wala ila miyahadna. I want you. Sheget. And I understand verse of divorce. And nínú àyà yẹn, ó mention àwọn tó ti kéré jù tí wọn ti ṣe nǹkan oṣù. So with all due respect, sir, Quran 65:4, it defeats whatever point you are trying to make.
Okay, thank you very much. And I'm going to show you now that it did not defeat. It is that you don't understand it. So number one, you made my work so easy for me because already you agreed that for you to qualify as somebody being mentioned in Quran chapter 65 verse 4, you must have married. Is that correct?
Yes, because it's about divorce. Only married people get divorced.
So thank you. So number one, we have been able to establish that for those people who are getting divorced, they have reached the age of puberty and they were sound in judgment. That's the first criteria. I think the confusion now is...
Can you bring the source for that, please? No, bring your tafsir. Bring your tafsir for 65:4.
That's what?
The explanation you just explained, the explanation tells you for me about 65:4. It goes against all your 4 imams. It goes against all your scholars. So... okay, connect with Islam.
No,
any surah, I'm being questioned. Only for those who have not menstruated. Who are those that are not menstruated in this ayah?
Thank you. They are called young women.
No,
so,
they are called
and
children.
This is what I want to
They are called children. No, we're bringing it up.
Okay, hold on. Is it possible for you to attain the age of puberty?
So I'm gonna read the tafsir now because
can you answer that question?
I don't.
Can you answer my question?
I'm gonna let Ibn Kathir answer. I'm answering by reading the tafsir. Now
I'm going to explain everything.
No, you don't need to explain because Ibn Kathir has already explained. The explanation doesn't need another explanation. The tafsir is the explanation. And for the fact that I can comprehend simple English, please let's not insult anyone's intelligence here. Now, only the iddah of those in menopause and those who do not have menses. Allah the Exalted clarifies the waiting period of the woman in menopause, and that is the one whose menstruation has stopped due to her older age. Her iddah is 3 months instead of the 3 monthly cycles for those who menstruate, which is based upon the ayah in Surah Al-Baqarah 223. Only the same for the young who have not reached the... Look, I'm a woman. There are 3 points in a woman's life when she doesn't menstruate. Number 1, she's pregnant. Number 2, she's too old. And number 3, she has not reached that year. You understand? Ibn Kathir says, those that are too young that have not reached menstruation, connect with Islam. Who are those people?
Okay, thank you. And you are going to say, sorry, I'm going to do something, and I think it is to make it easy for us. So I'm going to use question to ask question.
Who are those that are young that haven't reached menstruation?
They are young women. Young women.
Oh, children. No, they are called children.
Show me where they are called children there.
The reason why they have not reached menstruation is because they are too young. Come on, this is simple comprehension.
So that is the reason why I want to ask you this question. Can somebody be an adult at the same time young?
Mr. Man, please, I don't like this semantics.
Can you answer that question?
No.
Answer
this
that
is one
question?
thing I don't like. Are you let's clarify something. Are you disagreeing with Ibn Kathir in this area? Yes,
I am not. You are the one not comprehending.
So if you're not disagreeing, then what's the argument here?
The argument is that those young young women that you are talking about, they have already attained age of puberty, though they are young.
No, they have not attained puberty. Show me where they attained puberty in this area.
Everybody listening, she has already agreed with me. Before you can be qualified to be married in Islam, you must attain puberty and sound judgment.
I did not say such. I said before you get your inheritance back. Please don't make me shout. No. Before you give the inheritance back. No, I did not agree to such. The ayah you gave me was Quran 4:6. And I said, according to ayah, when the children or the orphans, when they reach marriageable age, it says to what? To give back their inheritance. Please don't put words into my mouth. I didn't say to marry, give back their inheritance. Answer the question for me now. Do you agree with Ibn Kathir?
Everybody, listen again. I asked the other time, for the orphan, at what point in time will you return their property? She said, when they have sound judgment and they have attained marriageable age. And I defined what marriageable age. I gave her 2 verses of the Quran to let her understand what marriageable age means in Islam, which is puberty. Now, I ask her again, according to Surah 65 verse 4, if she agreed that those people were married. She said yes. technically meaning that they have reached puberty and have sound judgment.
No, that's not what I said. This live stream is recorded. The Ayah 4:6 is not talking about marriage. It is about giving back the inheritance to the orphans when they reach a marriageable age, which is puberty. You give them back their inheritance. Now, I'm asking you again, do you disagree with Ibn Kathir's explanation on this ayah? Because if you don't disagree with it, I don't see what we're arguing about.
I do not at any point in time disagree with Ibn Kathir said. And Ibn Kathir did not contradict my position. You are the one that do not understand. That's the reason why I asked the question. Hold on.
Let me tell you something. One thing about me, you cannot play with my mind. You cannot play with my brain. You cannot play with the fact that I have studied your Sharia law. And under your Sharia law, child marriage is very much accepted. When it comes to the consummation, the scholars have said... The scholars have said if the child is chubby enough, if she's fat enough, you can consummate. There is no age when it comes to sleeping with the child. And I'm going to bring up the evidence.
Now, I am engaging in this discussion with you, not because of you, because I have realized that this truth is very, very hard for you to take. I am just saying it because of the people listening. And I will repeat myself. In Islam, we have what is called age of marriage. If you have not reached that age of marriage, you cannot marry. What determines that age of marriage is in Quran 1734, Quran 6152. That is, you must have attained puberty. Quran 65 verse 4 is telling about this, the situation of those people to be divorced. You cannot be divorced if you are not married, meaning that you cannot be divorced if you have not attained the age of puberty and have sound judgment.
That's a lie. That's a lie. Let me read out what your 4 imams said. And with all due respect, the 4 imams, they know better than you. They know better than me. I'm going to read what they have said about it, because right now you're not even connects with Islam. You don't have criteria to be a scholar. Hang on. You don't have criteria to be a scholar. Neither do I. So I'm going to read what your 4 imams have said collectively. Only the fact that it is permissible to marry a young girl. It doesn't say, no, let me read it, and then you can have the rest of the time. Let me read it. You can have the rest of the time. No problem. I'm just going to drop this here. The fact that it is permissible to marry a young girl does not mean that it is permissible to have intercourse with her. Rather, that should not be done until she is able for it. For that reason, the Prophet delayed the consummation of his marriage to Aisha. Al-Nawawi said, with regard to the wedding party of a young married girl at the time of consummating the marriage, pay attention, this is the consummation, it's important. If the husband and the guardian of the girl agree upon something that will not cause harm to the young girl, then it may be done. If they disagree, then Ahmed and Abu Ubaid said that once a girl reaches the age of 9, then the marriage may be consummated even without her consent. But that does not apply in the case of who is younger. Malik al-Shafi and Abu Hanifa said the marriage may be consummated when the girl is able for intercourse, which varies from one girl to another. So no age limit can be set. This is the correct view. There is nothing in the hadith of Aisha to set an age limit or to forbid that in the case of a girl who is able for it even before the age of 9. Connect with Islam. Please don't play with me. Don't play with my intelligence. Bring your 4 imams to conclude what you just said. Thank you.
Okay, so at least you gave me a promise. You are not going to interject me, and I will judiciously use the time to at least address you. Number one, I will first of all talk about the Ibn Kathir you quoted. So there's an hadith there that told us the reason for the revelation of the Quran. So Ibn Kathir used this particular. He said, supporting this view is what is reported by Ibn Ka'b, that he said, "O Messenger of Allah, some women are not mentioned in the Quran. The young, the old, and the pregnant. And Allah the Exalted, the Most Honored, sent down this ayah." What my sister is confusing is even in what she has read, is that somebody can reach the age of puberty and you can still consider her young. There are many verses, there are many this I'm going to bring out later. In Islam classified marriage into 2. The one you can have with a virgin, they are the one that are usually called young, and the one you classify as matron, they are the one that are divorced, or maybe widow. Now the issue is what I want everybody to understand from the Quran chapter 65 verse 4 is that for you to attain the age of puberty does not necessarily mean that you must be menstruating. Though menstruation is part of it, but it does not mean that you have to menstruate for you to attain the age of puberty. Once your hair begins to grow, you begin to grow breasts, you begin to have hair in the pubic region and other things. And that's the reason why, again, I will agree with you, at any point in time, even 1 year, you can be betrothed to somebody, but you cannot consummate the marriage. That is the emphasis. So the 4 imams that you are reading, you are equally reading it. They were saying that you cannot enter into those people until their body it is convenient for them. They develop that body to be able to receive that, meaning that they must reach the age of puberty. Yes, you can give your child.
That's not what it says. That's not what it says. It says that if the husband and the wali, because you're lying. You're lying. I cannot stand liars. You should be proud of your Islam. Now, according to what the Imam said, they didn't say puberty. They didn't say puberty. They said if the husband and the guardian of the girl agree for her to consummate, that it will not harm her, and that's it. And it says that this varies among girls, so no age limit can be set. Please, let's stop the bullshit. Let's stop the lying.
Thank you. You can see you are still helping me. If they agree that it will not harm her, at what point in time will it not harm her? It is when she has the capacity, she has developed puberty age.
Bring that proof. Bring that proof.
I have
show me that puberty is a requirement for consummation. No, if you don't bring proof, I'm done with this conversation, host. Because one thing I don't like is that I make the effort to go and pull out evidence. I put it on the screen. You people can't just sit here and tell me stories. Puberty is not a criteria when it comes to consummation. If you say that it is, show your evidence. Show your evidence.
All right. Connect with Islam.
My sister.
Whatever. Hold on, please. Connect with Islam. I'm going to allow 1 minute for you to gather your evidences and prove, and I'll give you 15 minutes again, both of you again, to continue teaching us. So connect with Islam. I'm allowing you 1 minute to gather proofs of all your claims. Thank you very much, sir. I'm here with you.
One second, please. Remember, he said that puberty is a requirement for consummation. So that's the proof we want. Show us that puberty is a criteria in Islam for consummation. Thank you.
Okay.
So please, Mr. Connect with Islam, hold on. You will still have your time with Allah's wife. Both of you are still going to teach all of us and explain to us through your interaction. We are enjoying your interaction. Thank you very much, both of you. Before that, J. Cole, please, you have to mute your mic and hold on. I'm allowing 1 minute for us to calm down the tension and for us to refresh ourselves. Thank you. So, Mr. Fish Hero, I just want me and you to interact while we are waiting for Connect with Islam to gather evidence.
I am ready.
Okay, good.
Reduce that tension.
Hold on. Hold on, everyone. Mr. Connect with Islam said he is ready. Please hold on. Mr. Connect with Islam said he is ready with proofs and evidences. And Allah's wife, they are both in the interaction box, and they have 15 minutes. We are learning and we are listening. All right then. Let's go.
Okay, sorry. The first thing I want to say is that my sister, since it is a discussion between the two of us, I always cherish me concluding my statement. I don't mind even if you want to time me. That out of these 15 minutes, talk 2 minutes or whatever, please. I always like when I talk, you don't.
Present your evidence on the screen, just like I'm doing for everybody, to keep it fair. That's all I ask for. Show your evidence up on the screen, please. Thank you.
Okay, so number one, I have been quoting a lot of verses. I don't, because I am not in a situation where I can display my screen right now. However, anybody can check, even the host, you can help me in case I am making a quotation and it is not there, please.
All right, so, if you have any verse in the Quran you want me to bring up for you, I can do that for you.
So I don't want to repeat all that I have done, but in Islamic jurisprudence, and everybody, before even going to Islamic jurisprudence, you can just fact check it. Is child marriage allowed in Islam? And come up with your answer. You can equally do it. Can you please just put it? Is child marriage permissible in Islam. You can do it, host, and display it. So all I want to tell you is the evidence every scholar will bring why child marriage or consummating marriage with a child is wrong is that they will tell you Prophet married Aisha at the age of 6. He waited till 9. The question is, why did he have to wait?
Connect with Islam. Can I help you with my screen, please?
No, I prefer the host to do.
Okay.
Please, Nuru, don't interrupt us, please. Thank you.
Continue.
So the Islamic jurisprudence, because we say it is based on the life of the Prophet. People are okay. Can you just please? What is the answer? Why no minimum marriage? Sorry. Why no minimum age for marriage is stipulated in Islam? Attaining puberty, have sound judgment and comprehensive maturity before entering into a marital contract, as well as having the capacity to understand and fulfill the right and responsibility of his spouse after marriage, a clear precondition in Islam. That's all. Thank you very much.
Show us the proof using an Islamic source.
I have not finished. I have not finished. So I said in Islamic jurisprudence, the reason why that is what any scholar, any school of thought will tell you. But what they will tell you is that yes, you can marry, because when you use the word marriage in Islam, it depicts two things. It's either you are betrothed to that person. When you are betrothed to somebody, that child will still not come to your place. It cannot come, because you cannot consummate the marriage. But when she had attained the age of puberty, you can release her to come. So the emphasis on Quran chapter 65 verse 4, the explanation is that you can attain the age of puberty without menstruating. And that's the reason why I say, can somebody be an adult and at the same time being young? Because what my sister is not getting clear is that because those scholars are using the word young, so she is translating that young to child. Child and young are not, they are different. You can be an adult and at the same time you'll be young. So you can talk.
Host, I would like an Islamic evidence to support what you just read. That's what I want, because everything that I've been bringing up has been coming from the Quran or from the Hadith or from Islamic sources. Typing on Google, no problem, at the display. Now, show me within Islam where the puberty is required, because once again, this goes against Quran 65:4. Wala ilam yahadna, and what menstruate. Why have they not menstruated? Because they are too young. Number two, you're contradicting yourself, because you also said that in Islam, you can contract a marriage with a 1-day-old baby. So now we need to determine, is it the marriage we are talking about, or is it the consummation? So I'm going to ask you a simple question. In Islam, can you contract marriage with a 1-day-old child? Yes or no?
Yes.
Pause. So to say that child marriage is not allowed in Islam, that's already a contradiction. So in Islam, yes, you can contract marriage with a 1-day-old baby. Now, number two, connect with Islam. When it comes to consummating the marriage with this 1-day-old baby, what are the requirements? And please, I want Islamic sources, because if I go on a Muslim panel and I'm claiming Muhammad did this and I went on Google to bring it to you, you guys would laugh at me. So I would like Islamic source to show us what are the criteria for consummating marriage with this young child.
Okay, so number one, I think I want everybody to understand that we are talking about Islam, and you cannot go outside the paradigm of Islam. So what Islam says is what to follow. It is not what people think it should be, because what I have seen a lot of apologetic, including my sister, doing is what they think Islam should be. That is not what we are discussing. We are discussing what Islam is. So while you can marriage in Islam is divided into two. You can they use the word marriage and it can connote betrothal, meaning that you are engaged to that person. However, the person cannot move to your place, meaning that you cannot consummate the marriage. The second one is the time you are consummating the marriage is equally called marriage. However, that is what we are really talking about in this situation right now. Now, what are those things that are required in the book of Buhari? If you want to check, you can bring it up in Buhari. Hadith 5136. Narrated Abu Hurairah, the Prophet ﷺ said, a matron should not be given a marriage.
Buhari Hadith what?
5136. I have three. You have to be fast. I have like 3 or 4. Okay, let me just put Three hadiths. Three hadiths.
All right. Why is this network not going?
If you want me to read it here, I can read. So maybe later when you open it.
Yeah, you can
So
read.
he said
Go ahead
narrated.
and read. I don't know.
It said, narrated Abu Hurairah, the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said, a matron should not be given in marriage except after consulting her. And a virgin should not be given in marriage except after a permission. This is what is stated.
Finish
So,
it. Finish the hadith. Finish the hadith.
I'm going to finish, of course. Hold on.
Yeah. Finish it. Let's hear it.
I'm going to hold on. I'm going to finish. Just hold on. The people ask, oh Allah Messenger, how can we know a permission? He said, our silence indicates our permission. Now, what the Prophet is telling us here is that marriage in Islam. I think we are having
No. You said silence
kind of
is consent. Can you explain to the house by no?
This is
Let's do that. Wait.
You are not acting like somebody serious.
Only her silence is her consent. Host, does silence indicate consent? Genuinely speaking, does silence indicate consent? I want us to genuinely say it.
Silence means you are not objecting, like you are not saying no, but you are not also saying yes.
Exactly.
Thank you. She should let me finish.
Silence
now.
of an underage girl.
See, I am telling you, sister, again, I will say I respect you. And I am not saying all these things because I am actually talking to you. But I am here because I want people to know the truth. If you don't allow us to present the fact before criticizing it, you are not criticizing Islam. You'll be criticizing another thing. Before I quoted this hadith, I said I'm going to give you 3 hadith. This 3 hadith is what you bring together to now let you understand. I brought one, you interjected. I will go to number 2. Hadith 5137 say, it's the continuation of that hadith. It said, narrated Aisha, I said, oh Allah Messenger, a virgin feels shy. He said, a consent is expressed by a silence. Now, the last one I want to bring is Abu Dawood 2096 said, narrator Abdullah ibn Abbas.
It's 3 minutes from you.
Okay. A virgin came to the prophet and mentioned that her father had married her against her will. So the prophet allowed her to exercise her choice. What is all this thing indicating? Meaning that even a 1-year-old that you engage to this, before you can consummate the marriage, she has the right to nullify the marriage if she had possessed sound judgment. This is what the Sharia says. She had the right to nullify that marriage, and that's the reason why the prophet said everybody understand in Islam that there are basic requirements for your marriage. The very fundamental one is that offer and acceptance. So even if your father betroths somebody to you, at the point of consummation, you have the right to say yes, I want to go ahead, or no, I don't want to go ahead. So again, I want to go back. The issue of the
please let me respond because you've been talking a while now. No, I need to read something. Let's share it now. You've been talking a lot. Host, can I have the big screen, please? Absolute garbage. Silence is consent. What kind of logic is that? Oh, you can't arrest Gbogboyini. That's RAPE. Now, Mofek, this thing is too small. Wait, let me see if I can zoom in.
Sister, you are going to talk, but I think again, this is not how to engage in meaningful dialogue. You don't have to throw insultive words. Just present your point. Let people see.
I haven't insulted you.
No, you have. By the time you start using words, you're going to arrest all those things.
Yes, I know. That's not an insult because you're trying to justify the great of children. That's not an insult. That's not an insult. That's not an insult. You guys should be arrested. That's not an insult. That's not an insult. Let me read my thing. Let me read my thing. That's not an insult. Any man that defends marrying and raping children, you should be arrested. Facts. Now, Shafi Sọpe, this is Imam Nawawi, by the way. This is Shafi's school of thought. Only in the hadith of Aisha, she said, the messenger of Allah married me when I was 6 years old and consummated the marriage at 9 years old. And in another narration, says the marriage, sorry, he married her when she was 7 years old. This is explicit affirmation of the permissibility of a father marrying of his young daughter, Al-Sagira, without her consent, because she does not have a say in it. The grandfather and the father are I can't see properly. The grandfather and the father, in our opinion, we have not previously explained the preceding character. The difference of opinion with regards to the revealed. Hey, Kere, 1 second, please, host. I have to zoom in more. I'm struggling to see. By the way, on Imam Shafi, he needs to bring me something better. Only the grandfather and the mother and the father, in our opinion, we have previously explained in the preceding chapter the difference and opinion with regards to the required condition to be a guardian. The Muslims are unanimously agreed that the guardian is permitted to marry off his young virgin daughter based on this hadith, and if she reaches puberty, she doesn't have the choice to annul the marriage, according to Maliki, according to Shafi, and the scholars of something. Sorry, I can't see that. The people of host, I'm struggling to read this because it's so small, but this is one of the 4 imams that speak in here. And with all due respect, if Connect with Islam wants to go against them, he needs to bring me something that will override Imam Shafi, that will override Imam Maliki, that will override a Hanafi, that will override Hanbali. Until he can do that, I'm begging you people, don't challenge Allah's wife for a debate, because I speak with evidence and make sure I have the camera access to show information. Muhammad married Aisha at the age of 6 and consummated at the age of 9. That is the definition of a child. I have a 6-year-old at home in the house right now. You think he's thinking about how he wants to sleep with women? Nah, he's worried how many biscuits I'm going to give him. Children do not have the capability to decide on marriage. Hence why the father is the one that has to give her out, and she has no choice. Please don't challenge me until you guys have evidence. That's one thing I don't like. Thank you.
Okay, Os, can you just give me 2 minutes, just 2 minutes or 3 minutes to just make some?
Yeah, you have it. You've got it.
Thank you very much. So everything you have read about the school of thought, I need you to understand that even all their writings, they are going to write Allahu Alam, because they are always basing their judgment on what they have, and they are always saying, when you see the word of prophet and it contradicts whatever they say, rubbish whatever they say. I have given you from Abu Dawood 2096. Abu Dawood 2096, because you said until I gave you something that will overwrite this. It says, narrated Abdullah ibn Abbas, a virgin, that is a young woman, came to the prophet and mentioned that her father had married her against her will. That is the kind of marriage you talked about. So the prophet allowed her to exercise her choice. What does it mean? It means you have the right to reject and you have the right to this. This is what Islam is. Secondly, the question have always been posed that, can you marry a girl of 6 years or whatever? A lot of people are dealing with the fallacy of pretentism. They are looking at this age. You are looking at 6 or 9 year old girl this time around. How can you marry somebody like this? I need you to understand that before the Industrial Revolution, economy of every society is based on human being. It is not based on machine. So as a result of that, they never design any curriculum that will make somebody to be independent to be around 18 or 21. At that point in time in their own society, once you reach the age of puberty, if you are a woman, they just give you your family land with your husband. Oh yeah, go to your husband's house and start your own family life. They do not have to go to any school to acquire any education. It is because we design such a thing for ourselves that it becomes repugnant for us to engage in that kind of a thing. Because if you ask me, can I marry a person of 6 or 9 years old? The people that are putting age, they are putting age because they have designed a curriculum that you can never contribute to the society until you attain a certain age. That is why they are putting it. During their time, it wasn't like. What point in time did you reach puberty? I have not finished. at what point in time do you reach puberty? And once you reach puberty, you have reached the age of marriage with sound judgment. This is what was universally agreed. Check any dictionary and ask what is the definition of a child. Any dictionary putting number is subjective, but the objective definition is that a child is somebody below the age of puberty.
Can I have my 3 minutes to round up, please?
Yes, you have 3 minutes.
Thank you very much. So the reason why the argument of presentism will definitely work here is because Islam is for all times and Islam doesn't change, and Muhammad is the best example, not just for 1,400 years ago, but for eternity. So that presentism is not going to work. The only way it will work is if Islam had an expiry date. Unfortunately, the Quran doesn't have an expiry date. And you said I insulted you earlier, but it's really baffling how many Muslim men I see sit on live stream and try to defend the grape and the graping of children, because I call it grape because children cannot consent to sexual intercourse. There is no way a 9-year-old Aisha would have been in a sexy lingerie saying, "Oh, Muhammad, come, let's consummate." No, there will definitely be a power dynamic. Number two, we need to go into biology a little bit. So I've just asked GPT, sorry. How has puberty changed since 1,400 years ago? Only puberty itself, the biological process, has not fundamentally changed, but the timing, experience, and the environment around it have changed over the past 1,400 years. Age of puberty, only biggest change. Only puberty usually began later, often around 14 to 17. So the claim that you made where Aisha reached puberty before cannot be told, though, you are most likely wrong unless you can bring me evidence for that. Only today, puberty begins earlier. So Bobo rhetoric, I want to balaga back then. No. Because when it comes to human growth, the environment is a huge factor. Now, picture this. We're in the 7th century Arabian desert. Water would have been scarce. Fruits would have been scarce. All the nutrients that are needed for proper development would have been very rare to get their hands on. So you are completely wrong on that. Puberty, actually now, children are growing at a faster rate. We get McDonald's, we get Burger King now, we have junk food, and more importantly, we have better access to healthcare. So that is a terrible claim. Like I said, unless you're able to show me with no doubt that Aisha reached puberty before consummation, then we will call a spade and say that Muhammad consummated marriage with a 9-year-old. And science has told us that biology has not fundamentally changed. It's only the environment that has changed, which still remains the fact that a 9-year-old is a 9-year-old 1,400 years ago. Actually, a 9-year-old today will be much bigger, much taller, much smarter than a 9-year-old of back then. And when I say that you people need to be arrested, you guys are getting upset because what you're saying right now, if you were near me, I would call the police on you to check your hard drive. What is this man keeping on his system? So until you're able to disprove me, Islam allows child marriage, and Anobi did it as well.
All right.
1 minute.
All right.
Just 1 minute.
2 minutes with no evidence. Sorry.
Are you scared?
Like evidence.
So just 1 minute.
I have Luster the Great here, and I know Luster the Great will be coming with a lot of evidences if he's coming up with a debate. So I would want to request for someone in the panelists who wants to give space for Luster the Great to come up.
So
you can drop me. I've made my point. Thank you very much. Stop marrying children. Leave children alone. Allah.
I am about to engage on the journey too, so I also want to just give me 1 minute.
Stop marrying children. Leave kids alone.
Allah's wife has made us all proud.
Sorry. Can I just get 1 minute? She doesn't want me to say just 1 minute, please.
She left already. Please, can I light up on her? Yes.
She already left.
Let me just ask 2 or 3 questions from this guy so that I can go. You can put that person to my page, please. Can I go ahead?
Please hold on. Please.
Oh God, I came here for that lady actually. In all honesty.
All right. Luster the Great came up to have an interaction debate with Allah's wife.
Drop me for Allah's wife.
All right then. All right. Allah's wife. please, you have been requested for a debate. Can you send a request, please?
Oh, so I just want to know, am I going to be given 1 minute or not? That's what
Yeah.
Let's
All right. Connect with Islam. Connect with Islam. You have your 1 minute. Go ahead before Allah's wife.
Thank you. So I talked about fallacy of pretentism the other time. She said Islam is for every age. What she does not understand is that Islam never based the age of
I'm back,
marriage
my
with
darlings.
number. Islam based the age of marriage on puberty and sound judgment. So sound judgment and puberty never changed then, and it is never changed now. So it is not based on the number. So that's the very first thing I want to. The second thing I want her to really understand is that yes, curriculum we design for ourselves, and that is the reason why it will not be fitting. And Islam never made it to be compulsory that you must even marry somebody when the person attains the age of marriage. Even marriage is not something that is obligatory. It is something you can do. So, because in Sharia, it talks about the improvement of life, society, safeguard of the property. My 1 minute is done. Thank you.
Connect with Islam.
All right. Thank you, Connect with Islam. We have learned a lot from you. Luster the Great, welcome to Light Upon Light. Allah's wife, you have been here all day. So you are going to be having a debate with Luster the Great. And I, as a Muslim, I endorse Luster the Great for this debate. I don't know if my other Muslim brothers will also want to endorse Luster the Great for this debate. I am endorsing Luster the Great, fully behind him for this debate, but because I am sure he is capable for this debate. So this debate is going to be going on for 20 minutes. Do we understand that?